I am rereading Joe Dispenza's Being Supernatural, Being Superhuman. So I've had that book in my radar in a while, but I hadn't really opened up what it actually meant. I also follow, if you guys know Courtney Cho, I love her readings, her stuff about manifestation. She's the Brene Brown of manifestation. And I was reading something, and because you know how like people are multi-passionate, multi-dimensional, right? And I kudos to those people who like really manage to do that and while living their life. And I think expanders like those who I see in real life living the life that I actually envision, it's a sign that things are actually possible in this reality. So she wrote something about how being a multi-passionate person is actually a good thing, and only if it lights you up, right? And also how to know like you're in the right path, but also making it kind of fun. And sometimes I do life coaching and I also do UGC on the side, but sometimes I would feel like I was betraying one thing or the other, because I would see people who would do UGC full-time or either coaching full-time, and they're like blowing up their businesses. But in reality, when you look at all those people, you never know what's going on behind closed doors. And also people are different, right? Like you might be a multi-passionate, but might feel fulfilled by only pursuing one passion at a time. So let's say you have two passions, right? You want to become a fashion designer, but also you want to do life coaching. I know that there's two separately different industries, but I'm just giving an example. Being a life coach, like you have to accumulate a lot of skills, right? Like sales, marketing yourself, building a personal brand, having that relationship. Whereas being a fashion designer, also if you're like really good at sketching, art, hosting, obviously like shows, events, those skills all intersect, because you're actually learning how to communicate with people, work with people, sell your designs, right? Market yourself. So in one way or the other, those two kind of intersect. But also, if you feel like you're missing out on designing clothes when you're doing life coaching, and you're missing out on coaching when you're doing design, then that wouldn't make sense, because there's still some kind of energetic pull and that's coming from between. So the idea of being a multi-passionate person while also significantly balancing that, it might be realistic, but for most of the people it's not realistic. Like you have to think of it this way, like when on days when you're giving your 60% to fashion designing, you're only going to have energy for like 40% for life coaching, and that's okay, right? Because as long as you're working on your passions in the back burner or in some sort of way, that's what matters. Because the thing about the society of boxing ourselves in one niche, that's not it. You can have, and you are allowed to have multiple passions and still find time for yourself, for your family, for other passions that you might want to take up along the way, right? So in short, like if you love doing fashion, if you love building a community of people, and that's totally fine, and you can do it. Like just stay in your lane, stay focused, have a community, have people in your vicinity who expand what you have in the future, and take inspiration from them. And also sometimes we compare ourselves to other people who we see online or even in our day-to-day lives, right? We're doing the things that we want to do, and we get trapped in the comparison spiral. Like I myself sometimes get stuck in comparing my life, my friendship life, my love life, my anything, when there are days like that when you just get stuck in that comparison loophole. But you just smack yourself in the head and be like, okay, they're doing the thing that you want to do. That means they're expander. Like learn to take pointers, notes from people, and also with a clear intention, right? It should not come from a place of, oh, like jealousy. Jealousy is a good fuel, but sometimes it can put you in this negative spiral loop thinking, and that hinders your own growth in a way. And also, I had to get a new lip pencil. This one was from Ulta, like from 2 years ago, that I'm still using. I don't know if it's good for my lips. Idea of being a multi-passionate person can feel confusing and difficult to balance multiple passions at once, especially if you see other people online just going all in on plan A. Having a good solid plan is good, but sometimes having multiple passions that you can actually focus on and you can get your gears in your brain working is also good. And I'm not telling you to have, you should have multiple passions, you need to have 20 different things that you should be doing this year. I'm not here to tell you to do this specific way. You know yourself best. You know how your mind works. You know how your body works. You know what you have planned in the future for you. So just be your own judge and do the things that you really want to do, right? Like, don't box yourself just because some person on the internet says so, because they're telling yourself to niche down. Actually, yeah, you can niche down, but also you can have and find time for multiple passions, but you also don't have to feel performative and document everything that you do online. If you can, you should, but just live life, right? Live life feeling this joy, feeling this passion, and just feeling like things are supposed to be fun. Sometimes we forget that when we grow up. I myself need to remind myself of that. But yeah, things get to be fun. Things get to be joyful. Like, you don't have to like take life so seriously sometimes, and just allow yourself to have fun. Allow yourself to pick up a hobby. Allow yourself to go on a walk. Allow yourself to just do that thing that you've been putting it off because in your head, in your mind, you think you're not capable of doing it. But you just need to sometimes rewrite that story, shed that inner belief, shed that limiting belief that's actually shutting you down, and truly have fun. I think my main goal purpose in this world is to help people uncover their passion, is to help them live a fun, fulfilled, joyful life, and be funny, be goofy at times. Life is serious, like things are serious. Sometimes you need to be serious, but not all the times. You can have and find time to be playful, be goofy, joke once in a while, and just spark that inner teen, spark that inner joy, and listen to that inner child who actually wants to come out of the box and have fun, right? So I need to comb my hair. It's looking fluffy because I used dry shampoo. So yeah, this is my quick 5-minute or 10-minute routine that I use, 10-minute get ready with me that I use when I go to work. So, this is looking fluffy. I love. You can tell I dyed my hair green. Okay, so thank you so much for pressing play on this short and sweet video. I just wanted to share my thoughts and ideas on how you can become a multi-passionate person while having a fun life and living fun. You don't have to be boxed down, niched down into one specific idea, aspect. You're human, everyone is human, and make sure to be kind to everyone around you, be kind to yourself, be compassionate, and leave the world a better place than you found it. So thank you so much for pressing play, and I hope you check out my other videos, and you can find them on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, if you want to binge watch my videos. And sending lots of love to you guys, and may this year truly be the year that you find time for yourself, live a fun, fulfilled life, and truly go after the passion and shed all those limiting beliefs that are bothering you. So, okay, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.